Okay, so the title of this one is 5521 Eyler. I believe that's the right address. Is there any doubt now? So it's about a half mile. It's so close to the TISCOM, the Coast Guard TISCOM. Literally, I walked here. I walked a whole bunch of ways up another direction. I came back. It's literally the TISCOM, the Coast Guard kind of Blackberry Center is just down that street. So this is really close. I mean, it's about a mile, I would say, to or maybe a mile and a half from, I'd say about a mile maybe from the TISCOM to here, which is great because if I work for Customs and Border Protection, let's say I work for JTTF, that would be really convenient. I would be like a mile to get to work. So, or you could walk to work. So I do have my water, so don't worry about that. So I don't know. This is just research, but these codes, okay, there's these codes going out. And a lot of people have said already, this is kind of like the Da Vinci Code. It's kind of like a fun Da Vinci Code family puzzle. This is, going from place to place and getting clues and stuff like that. It's kind of like the most complicated scavenger game ever. And there's a lot of Da Vinci Code here. Tom Hanks is a lot better looking though. Anyway, but with these codes, when you have these codes, and especially what they call a joint code, you'll have a 20-digit alphanumeric code. And the first 3 digits are the Coast Guard. The second 3 digits are the Navy. The third 3 digits are DHS. The fourth 3 digits are Customs and Border Protection. The fifth 3 digits are, and I don't know this to be true, I'm just saying as an example. There was just a recent one on the Enigma machine. This kind of reminds me of the Enigma machine as well, another Alan Turing and all that. So, the way it works is, just like the Enigma machine, there was these 3-digit letters, alphanumerics. And these German pilots during World War II would key in the 3 letters. So a lot of times what they'll do is put a new cipher out every day. And this is exactly what happened in World War II, right before the bombing missions for that day, for the German bombing missions. They would put out the 3-digit code. And the German pilots and navigators would crunch away their Enigma machines and would tell them the message that they were getting from headquarters. Very old concept. A joint code is just take the 6 agency that's in your joint agency. If you know your 3 digits, just, it's almost like, let's say there was a joint operation like the Navy, Marines, Army, Coast Guard. It would be a longer code, but you get the idea. Now, it turned out the way that Turing figured it out, if you haven't seen the movie, is the German pilots would always, I think they changed the code once a month. And the German pilots would use the name of their girlfriends, the first 3 letters of the names of their girlfriends. So Turing, they talk about the computer and everything. I don't know how much, Bletchley Park, I don't know how much they use the computer. Everybody wants to say they invented the computer, but anyway, Turing, this woman who's played by, the blonde, I can't remember her name right now. She was in Pirates of the Caribbean. She does the low rent movies sometimes too, but she did a good job. Somebody's gonna know who was in that movie with Enigma. And Cumberbatch, and then what's the English actress's name? Got a lovely accent. But anyway, Keira Knightley. So she figured out, I don't know if this is in the movie, but the real woman in the real world figured out, hey, what if these are the first 3 letters of the pilot's girlfriend's names, because there was a consonant, vowel, consonant, or consonant, vowel, vowel. And they didn't think that was right to begin with, but then they figured out how many people were in a German bomber crew, And then they figured, yeah, what they're doing is just rotating it through. This kind of is the right story. I don't really know. The movie's different, and I don't know which one's the true story. But anyway, that's the story of Enigma Machine. I can't remember what they call the movie with Knightley. But anyway, the true story is a woman, I think I've told her story, seduced a Polish mathematician on a bear rug at some lodge, hunting lodge, and got the code that way. And that was Cast No Shadow. Cast No Shadow. But I digress. That's for all the code people that like the code stuff. Da Vinci Code. I think Da Vinci Code had a cipher thing too, where they had to put something into a cipher. But the bottom line here is, if you know the cipher, you can decode that day's ship movements. You can decode that day's movements of materiel. Okay? And the codes are prearranged and pre-planned so that it's all coordinated. So all the forces move together in coordination. Again, if you had a sect or group that you had sold let's say a rat line to, like for drugs or whatever, if they had the codes, that's going to be really valuable information because it says the force configuration of what you're trying to get around. Okay, so where I'm heading to now, and I really don't want to go in or go up and knock on the door. I know everybody's going to want me to knock on the door, but I want to respect the distance to the family here. But I do want to know from this Aman gal, do you know Imran Awan? Do you know Imran Awan? You work at U.S. Border Protection, Customs and Border Protection. Did you really live at 6314 Thomas or no? And do you know Imran Awan? So I probably don't have to even go, let's see, it says 900 feet. Okay, I'm getting close. I probably don't even have to go very close because I don't really want to bug people at their houses and stuff. I don't really want to show their face or anything. I just want to figure out what the heck are these codes going out for every day. Because if those codes are compromised, the whole system collapses. This is what I'm talking about, the big chessboard, right? So I'm on Greendale Village. Following me, I think it says 700 feet. And I'm going to 5521. Let's see here. It's on your left. Okay. 5521 Eyler. Now, I'm not going to go bother the innocents here. The innocent people, I don't want to bother these folks. I know that they're good, hardworking security professionals for the United States government. I just want to know if they know Imran Awan. With Laurel and Charles, I just want to know if they know if they've met Raul Abbas. I want to reenact the meeting with Raul Abbas. I'm a mile or two away from Laurel's house. If she wants to go reenact the meeting and find out exactly where they met, we're in the town where they met. We're in Kingstown. Okay, they met here somewhere. It's a small town of 15,000. I'm in Kingstown. If she wants to call me right now, we'll go over and reenact it. Bring her husband as well. We'll all meet. We'll all say hello. We'll all break bread. These are great professionals. These are incredible people, right, that want to help, right? So they'll certainly want to do this reenactment to find Raul Abbas. And then I can ask about the codes. What is up with these codes? If these codes were compromised, what would happen? So as I said, a lot of the folks here, you could be living with Imran Awan, be the most patriotic Awan ever, or Aman ever, right? But if Imran has your laptop, that's not a good thing. That's a bad thing. So 5505, I think I'm getting there. 5507. So these kind of townhouses. So, yeah, there you go. It's going to be right there. So what I'd like to do is folks who know Nadia, to get in contact with her, send her email, Twitter, whatever. Just say, hey, George, or crowdsource the truth, wherever, or Fox News, CNN, but whatever it is, publicize it. Publicize it. Talk about the codes. Talk about, the fact that this could be compromised. This system here. So I don't know if somebody just showed from a distance. I don't want to go up and bother them. I know everybody's going to say, Dr. Corsi's going to say, knock on the door, knock on the door. Okay, so there, we arrived. I'm not going to knock on the door. I have no interest, really, in exposing anybody or embarrassing anybody or putting anybody in danger. I just wonder about these damn codes going out. And I wonder if there's a compromise, if somebody has compromised that. If Nadia is living with Imran Awan, if that's true, then I'm worried. This is what I said before about vectors. Connect the dots. Maybe it's somehow, we don't know, maybe Charles somehow knows Raul Abbas. Maybe somehow Nadia has Charles's email and they communicate because they're on JTTF. And somehow Imran has those codes. But I do know one thing. If you have the code, now the codes could be, lottery picks. They're alphanumeric and not numeric, so that's probably not true. But somebody's going to know what those codes are about, and that's where we have to figure out who may have compromised the codes. And of course, what you would do, this is why you say something's a clear and present danger. And this is why you change the codes. And this is, anybody who's doing any kind of code system builds in a capability to change the codes dynamically. So again, we're not trying to expose anybody here. We're trying to shut down a potential loophole. Okay? If somebody has access to her laptop, that's the vector we're talking about. That was the vector that Dave explained so well in seven seconds. Okay? All right. So that's that. If you know Nadia, ask her if she knows Imran.